Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, once again for creating time to join us here on this particular platform. We all know that we've had devolution for 15 years, almost 15 years now. Still problems right, left, and center. Do you think it was a wrong choice to bring devolution in the country?
First, I want to thank members of parliament who were there in the year 2007.
Yes.
Those are the members of parliament who made sure that Kenya has a new constitution.
Mm-hmm.
And in that new constitution, we came up with the 47 devolved functions of this country.
Yes.
And you remember, they were able to come up with systems that will bring a government that is now having three characteristics. Mm-hmm. A government that will understand Mwananchi, mm-hmm. a government that will listen to Mwananchi, mm-hmm. and a government that is near Mwananchi.
Yes.
Meaning that if it's a doctor, it's supposed to be a very short distance from your house. If it's not a very short distance from your house, you are supposed to call from your house and picked from your house as a patient to the hospital, mm-hmm. not the other way around. Mm-hmm. Because one of the functions that was devolved and very important is health. There are over 14 functions which were provided for in the constitution. Mm-hmm. Rest in peace, Nzamba Kitonga, the chairman of the committee of experts. Mm-hmm. If you go through that, the counties were the ones who were supposed to reduce all the sufferings of Kenyans, mm-hmm. not even the national government. Mm-hmm. In fact, the county government were given 15% of the resources.
15%?
Yes, mm-hmm. And that's a lot. 15% is a lot of money because their functions are not that demanding. In fact, the functions they were given were functions that will generate income. I want to tell you that all counties were expected to start their own parastatos.
Sindio?
Yes, companies that were making money for the county. They were supposed to start such kind of companies, and every department was supposed to have its own vehicle. In fact, one of the greatest things that was devolved to the county is transport. A good government could have bought vehicles that is carrying out business of transportation within the county. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there should be the department of transport. That money you generate is a lot from the wananchi who are traveling. That way, you will bring decency and people will travel well, but the county will generate an income. But they don't see. Majority, no single county in Kenya, 47 of them, is running a profitable venture in tourism. Tourism and culture are the greatest of all. When we are talking about comparing the countries that are performing in this world, they are largely in tourism and culture. If you Google anytime China, or Google anytime Japan, you are doing anything in France, people are traveling and eating. And that is why we are saying, if we are going to have our people suffer from boredom, it is the function of the county. The county is supposed to have cinemas and televisions in every market. They're supposed to be having sports facilities in every market. They're supposed to be having what you call basketball pitches in every market. They're supposed to be having functional football fields in every market. They're supposed to have decent stadiums in at least one per county. So that is the one we are saying sports was totally a devolved function, meaning that resources were supposed to be put together to start up very serious sports facilities so that we can nurture talent. When it takes 15 years and maybe the person in charge of the county has not developed a sports policy, it means that we have a lot of resources going into waste. Sports is managing the world. The European Union is surviving on sports, the Premier League and the Champions League. How much money are they making?
A lot.
Even us, we can do the same. Even just copying that, it has not been easy for us. So sports was a devolved function, mm-hmm. and I thought that maybe because it's a devolved function, funds could be put aside even to buy buses for funds. You know, traveling is one of the areas where you can generate money. Mm. Yeah. Why do you think people are not able to even fill a stadium like Kasarani, which is Nairobi? We have stadiums which are empty throughout the day. No activity. Meaning that function has not been utilized well.
So it's like the counties are doing poorly.
No, I'm saying that they are below standard.
Below standard.
Yes, because this was their function. The national government is busy doing exams. They are doing well in education. Exams are down on schedule. People go to university on schedule. But are the counties doing the right thing?
What did the people who came up with the new constitution and devolution, what did they envision? What were they having in
They
mind?
envisioned where counties will be in competition and the counties will produce so many goods and services using their natural resources, starting with the sun and air and the water, which every county has. If you don't have a lot of it, you have a lot of land. Meaning that either you were supposed to look at the Department of Agriculture, Fisheries, Apiculture. Apiculture is mambo ya ani. Yeah? It's not as robust as we expected. I can't single out that there's one particular county that is doing so well in agriculture in Kenya. No. Even those ones in the dry areas are supposed to produce a lot of livestock because the animals there are still doing well. Water is a devolved function. I don't know how long. Counties that didn't have water could have spent a lot of money, most of the resources in irrigation or even pooling water. This is something I've been saying. Oil is not as important as water. If we can have oil pumped all the way from Mombasa to Kisumu, then we can pump water from Garissa to Mandera. Even Mandera has rivers. There is River Dawa near. They should be able to have a lot of water and water the animals. Just buying pipes is not a very expensive deal. Doing rivers in the desert is one of the greatest things that can never be done because it's not expensive to do. By the way, these dry areas have cement. They have cement. Cement comes from regions that are arid lands. Machakos, Kitui, Makueni. They have sand. They have rocks. They have cement. They have even coal. Do you know the amount of coal we have in Kitui is a lot? And are you aware that Kitui County is bigger than the Nyanza province?
It's big.
Yeah. Even if it's dry. But they can produce livestock. They can produce eggs. They can produce chicken meat. They can produce a lot of livestock. But it is not that dry. Are you aware that Kitui has two rivers, major rivers, Athi River and Tana River? They pass through that. Meaning that we can't say that we are in capacity. Those counties could have done a lot when it comes to what in Samba Kitonga envisioned is that if agriculture could be devolved, governors could be at competition, then they produce more food. How long does it take to produce vegetables? 3 months. We have been there for 15 years, and still we are saying we are not producing enough.
Surely.
How long does it take a football match to end? It's 90 minutes. But who has developed it for 90 minutes? Eh? How long does it take to run a marathon? It's 2 hours. But it's becoming a big thing. We are not doing even marathons anywhere. People leave Kenya to go and learn they are running away. They are in the other side. We are supposed to enjoy the sports within. It's a totally... In fact, when you say that the sports is a devolved function, the county must buy some sports equipment, like balls, for example, for out-of-school youth and those ones who are in school. Yeah. It's the responsibility of a county to buy sports equipment for the schools, not even schools themselves. Yeah. Even the Department of Health. It's the responsibility of a county to send nurses to a school. Yes. Because health is a devolved function. Waste management is not supposed to be under the Ministry of Environment. Environmentalists know very little about waste management. The people who know much about waste management are public health workers. Even in the Constitution, if you go through it, waste management is under the Ministry of Health, not under the Ministry of Environment. Yeah.
So our counties...
They have not utilized the Constitution very well. They have also not put in a lot of time to now come up with... even if you say there's a wage bill, what wage bill can be more than if you produce a lot of goods and sell?
You can change the people who are
Yes.
working there
Yes.
to be productive.
They become productive. If people are in public works, they should produce bricks. What are the people in public works doing if they are not producing bricks or even constructing people's houses at a cheaper rate? Yeah. Public works, they are supposed to wakuje kwako wakujengea nyumba at a rate that is friendly at government level. Yeah. If public transport cannot be involved, then why can't you do transportation of building materials as a county, and you are paid and generate money out of it? So our counties, I can't say they have done very well. Some have tried, some have not.